I did something really scary. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let me know. Do you have nothing days? Hi, baby. Good morning, everyone. Second week. It has begun. And I haven't even finished editing the first vlog yet, because I realized that I like talking. Which I never expected. I like talking, and I have way too much footage of me rambling. So now, you know, at least I managed to cut it down to a 50-minute vlog. That's too long, isn't it? Yeah, I should do something about that. So that isn't finished, but we're starting on the second one anyway. My parents were here this weekend, and my grandma passed away 10th of August, and I'm originally from Holland, from the Netherlands. And so she lives there, my whole family lives there apart from my parents. And she passed away, so it's been like weeks with, yeah, that process of losing a person who is really, really dear to you and getting through that. And I was not there for anything that happened. It was a conscious decision I made. And if you want to know more about that story, then you can watch a video on my other channel that is dedicated to it, which is kind of like a letter to my grandma, which I shared there. So if you want to know a bit more about her and me and the situation altogether, feel free to check that out. But yeah, I wasn't there. And so when my parents came this weekend, they brought a whole lot of stuff, pictures, mainly, like you saw, because these pictures stood in her room. They stood in her room. Oh gosh, this is frick. This is not, yeah. I thought it was gonna be able to keep it together, but I can't, apparently. But I'm just gonna keep talking, because I told myself I want to be as authentic as I can, and so I won't postpone this intro just because I start bawling. Or perhaps if I start bawling, I should stop it, but I'm trying to keep it together. Yeah. So we got those pictures back, or I got those pictures back. Those were the ones you saw. And this shawl, is that what it's called? Like a scarf? Was something that she wore, that she loved, and my grandma adored flowers. Colorful flowers, that was her favorite thing. So this one is really, what should I say, representative of that. And wearing it gives me a very strange feeling. So despite being in pain right now, I will do things. and honor my grandma while I'm doing it. Painting flowers, painting things, creating things. She loved that too. And so, as many artists do, they pour their pain into their work. Yeah. I did something really scary. Like, I can't believe that I asked that. There's this woman in a town nearby who has a, like, reusable shop? No. Where she sells used things, so I don't know the English word for it. But she's good at finding really, like, precious old things to bring back to life, and she's opening a bigger store in that town now today. And I was just like, I don't know where it comes from. Someone with such high anxiety levels as I do, especially social anxiety, is really like my doom. I just texted her and I asked, is it okay if I bring my camera so I can take a couple of pictures or film a little bit, or would you like that? And she said yes. So apparently, I'm now later gonna go to that shop and like film and take pictures of other people? Like a photographer? Like, what was I thinking? You know, I know her a little bit. I visited her, regularly, so I have talked to her and she's not a complete stranger to me, but still, there might be other people in that shop and there might be other workers, and oh my god, I don't know where that came from. Holy moly. This feels strange. Back to painting. So, it is time to do the thing. To do the thing. Oh, wait, can you see me? Somewhat. It is time to do the thing. To go and be social and take pictures of strangers or something. Yeah, I need to empty my SD card before we go. That I do need to do, because if I don't have space on my SD card, I can't do any of this. Okay, empty SD card, probably put on something more decent and get out of here. I need to get out of here. Of course, I do need a camera, so there's no point in me walking away. Hello everyone. I am filming undercover from the car because I'm afraid that someone's gonna see me, but I did it. I went into the shop and I took pictures, and luckily there weren't a lot of people in the store, so it wasn't that embarrassing. And the women working there are very lovely. And I'm just really proud of myself for doing that. It was a lovely experience. So, yeah, I'm in the car now, I'm done. And I'm gonna go home, edit the pictures, let in some of the photos, I suppose, of the store itself. And yeah. There's a lot of noise, but this mission is accomplished, so I'm happy. Yeah. So, I'm back home. Well, I've been for a little while actually. I think I was finished at this shop at around 5-ish, and now it's 7 p.m., around 7 p.m. And I'm absolutely floored. I am so tired, it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm not sure if you guys experience that, but when I push myself socially, or do something unusual socially, I get overwhelmed by this exhaustion that I feel like I could just go to sleep now and sleep until well in the day, in the morning, to recover from it. And it's weird because it was a good experience. It's just, it was also so draining apparently. And all the plans that I thought I was going to do after just go down the drain because I'm trying to feel like, is there any energy source left for me to push myself? No. Maybe, I don't know, if I eat some dinner or something, but yeah. The life of someone with social anxiety. I can barely function right now. But it was a good day, I think. It was a good day. Good morning, everyone. So yesterday was a short one. And I thought we'd talk about it. Because, that is what I want this channel and this journey to be able to share with you my journey from being the way that I am now and hopefully being better in the future. Yesterday is what I would call a nothing day, where the only thing I end up wanting to do is sit on my butt and stare at the wall. I did start my morning with some painting and some trying to do some work, and things just didn't work out the way I wanted, and I changed plans and I just got confused, and then slowly but surely I feel this weight coming over me. Where everything I do, everything I think, everything I feel, my ego just kind of attacks and crushes and says the most horrible things about, and I can't stop it. I can't stop this way of thinking. I want to be able to stop it, and perhaps I have gotten better at it because my nothing days aren't as many as they used to be, but they still happen regularly. Or I have half a nothing day where like it begins okay and then the rest of the day is nothing, or it begins like nothing and then it gets a little bit better. But the term of a nothing day to me is that I get so overwhelmed by my own head that I just want to sit. And I don't want to deal with anything or anyone, because just existing in my own head is too much. And a big issue with my nothing days too is that I get so terribly overwhelmed by myself. But at the same time, I am able to feel the guilt, or there is a lot of guilt in feeling that way, having nothing days. I feel so much guilt when I don't accomplish things in a day that I wish to accomplish, because I have every single day to myself. I receive money for, I'm not sure if you've heard, but I live on welfare. So I receive money to just exist. And I'm not sure how welfare works in other countries, but this specific kind of welfare here in Norway is that the one that I receive is that I am, the government basically values my mental disabilities as so severe that they don't expect me to be able to work ever, and that I can't stay on my own feet. I can't be independent because my illnesses are so severe. And these things that they have just, they have doomed them as they are so severe that we are willing to give you money, the barest minimum of money to be able to at least feed yourself and stay on your feet not independently, for the rest of your life. That is the kind of welfare I'm receiving. And I feel so immensely guilty because it comes back to, I feel like I should be able to do more and I can't. I know there are so many people out there who'd kill to be in my shoes, They don't have a job either. They have their mental illnesses, but they don't have a welfare who supports them. And here I am, I have all this, I have peace around me, I have a roof above my head, I have food, and I can't even get past a nothing day. I can't even work through a nothing day. And then a completely different part of me knows that we are finally entering an era. We are entering a societal space where we are actually allowed to take care of our mental health. We are allowed to take the pressure off. We are allowed to live slower. We are allowed to live simpler. But I think it just comes down to me. It just comes down to that because I have never contributed. Freddie. She's washing herself. I have never contributed. I have never accomplished anything. I have just had a difficult life so far. And I'm finally trying to find my peace with it, but I've never contributed to, in Dutch it says the samenleving, I've never contributed to society with anything other than having issues. And so I feel like I can't give myself this rest or this peace because I've been resting my entire life, though that is not true because it doesn't felt like rest because it's just been troublesome. Yeah, I hope you understand a little bit of like the things that are kind of dragging in my mind. That are having their like different forces that are in my head. And again, this journey that I'm on now is I want to eventually be able to prove that I can be more, because there is a voice in my head and in my heart saying, not even in my head, I think it's my soul or my inner child. It is the true me without all the problems and the illnesses, or it is the real me, the true me, who doesn't have the issues that I have, the one I would have been if everything was just fine. She knows that I have the capability to work my way through this and to heal. But it's hard. It's really hard. And I am not in a place where I really know what information am I to take in, who am I to listen to. I have a therapist, but that is also it isn't as beneficial as I'd hoped it would be, even though I've been with her for like 8 years now, the same person, and we just keep talking it over and over and over, and there's never really it never moves forward. And so you understand that I am the one who has to push forward. I am the one who has to work through this. But how? You know? Let me know. Do you have nothing days, or do you sometimes have half a nothing day? And when you have it, how do you cope with it? How do you, work through it? I'd love to know. Because I'm still on my journey to figure out, how to work with those days. Yeah. Thanks for listening. I wanted to add something, or build upon the last little segment where I talked about nothing days and the guilt that I feel. And I was just thinking, if there is anyone out there having similar emotions, I'm not sure how regular or normal it is to feel that way, but I'm pretty sure that there are many who feel it in some degree. At times we're like, how do I deserve all this? How can I deserve to live this, have these joys and these peaceful moments? How can I, enjoy it when there is so much turmoil and pain and suffering in this world? It's not fair, and no, it's by no means is it fair. But there's this one thing that I've in recent years tried to tell myself very specifically when I'm drowning in guilt for having basic needs and having safety and having some peace. And that is, my life shouldn't be degraded because there is so much pain in this world. It is those people who are suffering and have so many problems and so much pain, they are supposed to be upgraded to my level of happiness. And I'm not sure if this sounds very naive or anything, it may, but it's a thought I'm trying to keep in my heart, that it should be a human right to have a certain level of feeling of safety and peace and comfort. It should be a human right, no matter who you are, to have a roof above your head, to not go to bed hungry, to be able to stay clean or wash yourself, or having clothes. That should be a basic human need. And when it comes to the guilt of me living on welfare, yes, that is actually really hard to say, because I think there is a lot of people will look down on it. At least that is what I think, because it's people will tell you that, you are not working, you're just sitting on your ass and doing nothing, and you get money for it. And I immediately want to say yeah, but it's the lowest income that you can basically have here, and it is enough to give to feed myself and to have a roof above my head and to have clothes to wear, and it doesn't cover more than that. I immediately, and I notice now I'm already doing it, I'm trying to come with these points to show you, to justify it, even though I shouldn't have to, but I feel the need to because I don't want to be judged because of it, but that's how things are, you know. And well, where was I going with this? I'm losing my thread here. But yeah, I guess the point was I should teach myself. I'm trying to teach myself to not feel guilty about it because what I have is a basic human right which everyone should have, no matter how much or how little they've accomplished. Basic needs shouldn't be something that you have to earn. It is something that you earn just by being brought into this world, and it's heartbreaking to know and to see how much lack there is of this. And the only thing I can, contribute to this, I hope one day, is to, okay, I am so blessed that I have this support right now that when I need it the most, I need this because I can't be independent, not yet, but it gives me the room to hopefully one day achieve that and perhaps be able to help in different kinds of ways when I manage to heal myself. And that is like another point of me healing myself, why it's so important. Because I want to contribute to this world in a positive, beautiful way. And I can only do that with a healthy mind and by not disappearing into nothing days, nothing weeks, nothing months where I get totally soaked up by my own emotions. It's perhaps a bit controversial or hard to say, but I feel like personally, I almost feel it's not a selfish act, but an egocentric act, that I just hide in my own misery and it becomes an excuse not to do anything. And I have recently learned that is a form of self-sabotaging, which is a completely new concept to me, self-sabotage. I'm not sure if you've heard about it, but maybe I'll talk about it later when I understand it more. For now, it's just a thing for me that I understand that I'm doing, but I haven't really understood how to navigate it, how to work on it, how to change it, how to grow with it or something. But yeah. Now, I have rambled for a long time, and I hope that any of this made sense. It is always, when you don't follow a script, it's like, oh, you start talking about one thing and you end up like on the other side of the world talking about carpets or, I don't know, bananas or something. But yeah, I kind of surprised myself by sharing these things. But I thought, if I want to be honest and authentic, I want you to know where I'm coming from, and I want you to know how I managed to, be in a place and live the way that I do. And yes, it's because of welfare, and also, by all means, it is because of my partner and my parents. Me alone with my welfare would not have been able to support this life. So just to note that here. But yeah, there it is. I have said it, and I have to be honest. I am scared of criticism. I am scared of the people who will say something about it, who will just think that I'm a lazy slob. But again, those are self-destructive thoughts, and the only thing I can do is my best and work on myself so that I one day can change my circumstances and find my own feet. And I can only do that by moving forward, accepting my circumstances now, and find a way to change them for the better. Yeah. I am now terribly scared that the hungry noises my belly has been making for the last couple of minutes has been recorded. I hope not. Anyway, I'm gonna leave the rest of this video to my present self a couple of weeks back to end this vlog. I don't know even what to call this. A diary episode. Yeah, there I come, so goodbye. I just filmed an entire outro and then my microphone wasn't on. So, we're doing this again. Hello everyone. And goodbye, everyone. It is Friday evening. I've had enough of this week. This week was just not my week. And I often have those weeks that are not my weeks. And here you have it. It's just how it is. You saw me crossing most of my checkbox things, but not because I accomplished it, because I failed. If I, that's perhaps, I'm almost not allowed to say that I failed, because that is like not a term that we try to use in this society as often anymore. So perhaps I didn't fail, but yeah, I did fail. Which is okay. I think that is what I'm trying to say. I'm gonna accept that I failed. I didn't finish or go through with the plans and the goals that I had, and that is fine. I'm telling myself it's fine. A little devil not in my head, but on my shoulder, is telling me that it's not fine, and I want to beat myself up for this week for accomplishing so little. But yeah, I will try not to do that, because this journey is about, finding my way out of this destructive thought pattern that I have, and the way that my brain works. And I hope I can get you along if you feel some kind of similarities, if you kind of recognize yourself in my weird erratic behavior. It's not that bad, but you know what I mean. I hope. It is fine. We can heal from this. I'm determined that I will get better. I will reach my goals and my dreams. Eventually, one day I will stand on my own 2 feet. I'll be independent. And despite the things that I have in my head, I can do that. If other people can, I can do it. And yeah. Did this get really serious? I'm not sure. I wasn't going to talk a lot about serious things, but here we are. Yeah. It's been a week. It's not been a good one. I'll be honest with you. It wasn't terribly depressing, but it just wasn't good. I had a lot of lows, way more lows than I had ups, and that is okay. And all I can do is just take a deep breath, accept it, because I can't change it, and enter the next week with a fresh mind and try again. And I can promise you that while I'm saying those things, my head is saying a lot of weird things. A lot of negative and self-destructive things, but I'm working on it. I'm telling you the things now that I also need to tell myself. So, it was a bad week. Next week we try again. On a positive note, I have a really exciting thing happening next week. We're gonna go and pick up another puppy. We are gonna get another dog, and next Thursday, we're gonna bring home a new puppy. We now have a miniature dachshund, 5 years old. Her name is Oop, and we're gonna bring home a little boy, and his name is going to be BamBam from the Flintstones. I'm not sure if anyone who's watched the Flintstones. I have. Have you? Anyway, his name is from the Flintstones. So all my routines, or whatever you call them, are probably going to be thrown out of the window for a while, and I need to kind of restructure my brain completely, but in the best way. I think. I'm tired. I have food right next to me, which I really want to eat it. So I think I'm just going to cut it short, or I've been talking for 4 minutes, so it's not exactly short, but yeah. We try again next week. I hope you stick around. I hope you, that you liked this video, that you enjoyed it, and perhaps found a little comfort or joy or love or anything in it that, can make you feel a little bit better, even though I perhaps wasn't the most positive person. But I am positive now. I'm telling you that. I am entering next week with a fresh and, positively intentional mind, or something like that. Cheers to that.